Hi YouTube, I'm back and I'm feeling much, much better. Thank you to everyone who said a prayer for me. I felt those prayers in my time of need, and I just want to say thank you so much. I feel so much better. Go ahead and take the time to thumbs up the video. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I'm back, and I'm going to be. I'm not all the way back. I'm getting back. I got a couple of hauls. Well, it's a lot of stuff because Joann's is going out of business, so I went to Joann's, and I got quite a few things. But we're going to get to the word of the Lord, and then I'll show you some of the things that I got at Joann's. So we're going to read from Psalms 103, starting at verse 2. It says, "Praise the Lord, my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your sins and heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit and crowns you with love and compassion, who satisfies your desires with good things, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles." Thank you for joining me for the word of the Lord, and that was Psalms 103, verses 2, verses 103, verses 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I just want to thank you for joining me today. And like I said, I am feeling so much better, and I just want to thank you all for your prayers because I was in so much pain. If you have not gotten a shingle shot, I suggest that you do, because you do not want to get shingles. That is the most excruciating pain. And I had a really mild case, and I went to the doctor right away. And so I got on the antibiotics right away, and it lasted me a little bit, almost 2 weeks. And from the time I started feeling the pain until I got to the doctor, until I started taking the medication, until I started feeling better. I'm still taking the medication, but the medication began to help. And I also did an Aveeno bath with the oatmeal bath. I also bought calamine lotion, and those things helped as well. So thank you, like I said, thank you again for your prayers. I do recommend getting the shot so that you do not have to experience not 1 ounce of that pain, because if you've had the chicken pox, the virus already lives in you if you've ever had the chicken pox. So, but yeah, that's enough of that. Now I had to go to the pharmacy on Friday, the 23rd. And so I felt a little bit better, so I went to my local Joann's and I got some things there. And then Saturday, after I came back from Joann's, I rested. Saturday, I rested. Sunday, I got up and I went to church, and I sat all the way in the back, and they assigned a person to me. And, she sat on the other side just to make sure that I was okay. And then, so I got to church after it started, and I left before it ended because I didn't want people to hug me. We're a hugging church. We're a lovable church and everything like that. So I didn't want people hugging me, and I didn't want to have to tell people, no. So I just came in late and left early, which is normally I don't do, And so, yeah, it's kind of hot right here. It's hot in here, but I didn't want to turn on my fan, so I just opened up my window over there. But I did enjoy church anyway. I couldn't, I don't know. I just have a hard time not going to church, not hearing the word of the Lord. And not just participating with my presence. And so, yeah. But anyway, I wanted to show you a project that I'm working on first. I am working on a crochet coat. What happened to my over here somewhere. I'm working on a crochet coat. Oh, here it is over here. Working on a crochet coat. This is my back panel, and this is just double crochet. And this is my back panel. And then I'm going to put a front, a panel on the left and the right, and then I'm going to add sleeves. So this is the back panel, like I said, and I don't even know how many rows it is, but it's going to be like a stop. It's going to be like a long coat, and when I count the rows, I'll let you know how many rows it is. But I am using a size 4.5 millimeter hook, and I am also using this yarn, and this is Mandela Ombre, and this yarn is very, very soft, and I got it at Joann's a couple of years ago, and it is called Cool Freud, and it got some green looking colors in it, some gray, some light gray, some dark gray, and some black, and looks like black and white tweed, and so I'm really liking it. So this ball is like, let's see, because I had 6 balls of it. These are the same, but look how different the balls look. But you can see the green in there, you can see the black tweed in there, you can see the brown in there. So they all have the same colors, but some of them have a lot more of the color than others. So I am going to continue on in that project. So I got 4 balls left. This back panel took, it was kind of good because the back panel took exactly 2 balls of yarn to the end. When I finished with this panel, this is how much yarn I had left. So I wasn't playing yarn chicken because I got 4 balls, but I stopped right there. But that was just perfect. So I'll keep you abreast with this project. The next thing I'm going to do is start working on the panels, and then I'll get the panels hooked on. And so this will be my little side project. And then I still have 4 balls of that. So let's go with, I got so much stuff. Oh my God. So let's go with a haul I got from Hobby Lobby. So I went to Hobby Lobby after I went to Joann's because Joann's doesn't have a bathroom, so I needed to go to Hobby Lobby to go to the restroom. And so I got these spacer beads at Hobby Lobby for some of my charms. And I have those wood beads that I got a long time ago, and I'm going to paint them. And so I wanted some bigger Stretch Magic. BDK, she uses the 1.5, so I wanted some bigger ones to try for my beads when I do my wood beads when I paint them. And if you paint wood beads, tell me how you get them shiny after you paint them. I've watched BDK's videos, but I haven't seen her use any type of varnish or any type of shininess to make them shiny after. So I'm not sure what she uses, and she hasn't said. So, or if she did, I missed it, and I apologize for that. But if you paint wood beads, leave me a comment below and tell me what you use to get them nice and shiny after you use acrylic paint. I plan to use acrylic paint to paint them. But then I also got these, and I plan to put these on some wood beads as well with some glue. And tell me where you guys get B7000. I never saw it at Joann's. I haven't seen it at Hobby Lobby. And so I'm not sure where to get B7000. I haven't looked at Michael's, but I think I'll look at Michael's next. I also got some cord for some of my bigger beads. And then they had this under clearance, and I figured I'd use this to maybe put, when I'm putting my zippers on or whatever. And this is like a no-sew temporary fabric glue. So I figured I can use that when I put zippers on my pouches while I'm waiting to sew them. Because I'm in the process of sewing up a bunch of them. And I need to get on it because me and my husband have a 3-day show coming up. So I'm so behind on that because I'm like 2 weeks behind because I've been sick. And so, yeah, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm not going to worry about it. But because I have so many different things and it's all mixed up, because I tried to do this video before, so I think I'm just going to show you the things that I got. And then I'll kind of look at my receipts and tell you what they were on certain days later, because it's just too mixed in together right now, because like I said, I tried to do the video before and I wasn't able to muster up the strength. So I ended up getting this orange, and I think I paid like about maybe $1 or $2 for it at Joann's. I got 4 of these, and I think I paid $4.19 for them. It's 2 yards, and these are flannel, so I plan on making some I forget what you call the paper towels, but they're reusable paper towels is what I plan to make with this. So I plan to make some reusable paper towels, and I got 4 of these. And I have a little basket right here that I'm just going to put this stuff in. And then I got this at Joann's one day. And this is a cover story. And the color is, let's see if I can find the color. Mermaid. And I bought 4 of these. So I bought 4 of those. I'm not going to take them out the bag. And then let's see this bag over here. And then I have some Posh. And I bought 2 of these. And this yarn was either 70 or 80% off, with an additional either 30%. Well, I think it was an additional 30%, even if it was 70 or 80% off. It had an additional 20% off if you bought more than 20 items. And each time I went to Joann's, I bought more than 20 items. So I got these. I also got another orange, but I think it's a little bit different. No, this one's Red Heart Super Saver, and this one's Big Twist. So they're different. One looks like carrot, and one looks like... this is pumpkin, and this is just orange. And then I have another one of the Big Twist. And then I have 2 of these. And I got these. These are Big Twist Plush. And this is... what is the color? The color is Charmand. So I got 2 of those. That's the cover story. And then let's see what this one is. Here's another bag. And then I also ended up getting this color. And I'm not sure what color it is. I'm sure you guys have probably seen these all over the internet. This is a Zing Dot. I got that. I ended up getting this color. And this color is Posy Purple. And then I ended up getting this color. And I think this is Primary Dots. It's Burnett Blanket, and I think it's called Primary Dots, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it's called Primary Dots. And then what color is this in here? And then I got this color as well. And these are really soft, so this must be, Burnett must have been coming out with their new line that Joann's was going to carry before the whole bankruptcy things. And this is Orange Leaf, but it is so soft. Oh my God, I can't believe how soft it is. It's super soft. And then put that in there. Let's see, I'm gonna scoot over here and get another bag. And then I also got this color, and this is a sparkle. And let's see what color this is. This is Hot Pink Sparkle. And then I think we got this one already. This is blue jean dot. Blue jean dot. Okay, that's something else. So let's grab this bag and see what's in this one. And then here's another one, and this is like a green. What color is it? Seaside Sparkle. So this is a sparkle one too, and it's a Seaside Sparkle. And I think this is a sparkle one too. And this one is, let's see what it is first. Lemon Lime Sparkle. So that one's a sparkle too. And then here's a lighter orange color. Now this one is not as soft as that other one that I had. It's okay, but it's not as soft. So let's see what this one, so this must be old formula. And this is carrot orange. But this must be old formula. I have another bag over here. That one busted, so I need to move that one out the way. Give me just a second. Then I have another, I think this is Primary Dot again. Yep, I have another Primary Dot. This one is Little Sandcastles. And this one is Dino Dots. So I have that. So that's all the yarn that I think I got from Joann's. And then so I got this for 71 cents, and it's a yard of fabric, and it's flannel. So all the fabric that I got except for one boat is flannel. Everything else is flannel. And then I got some stabilizer and some embroidery stuff. So this was $1, and this was $1 because it was a remnant, 80% off the retail price plus an additional 30% off. And then the day I was in there, they made an announcement. I didn't get any zippers. I wasn't going to buy zippers that day, but they made an announcement that the zippers were going to be 80% or either 70% off. You buy 10, you got 10 free plus an additional 30% off because you buying more than 20 items. So I ended up getting lots of zippers because I got zippers from 2 different stores, so I couldn't even tell you. This zipper was like $1.10, and then it had an additional amount off. And these ones are Sport Light. And then this one is a coil separating zipper. And this was a short one, and I just grabbed a bunch of zippers. So I have so many zippers. And then another thing that they did the day I was in the store, it was you buy 10 string beads, you got 10 for free. So this isn't considered the string bead, but I think I paid like 94 cents for this, and I think I bought 4 or 5 of these. And these are going to be for like some bracelets or some what did I put on that? Some charms that I put on the side of the pouches for zipper pulls and stuff. That's what that's going to be. So the only string beads that I bought that day were these 2. So I bought like enough to do because I had 12 when I went to the register, and I had to go back and get 8 more because I didn't have enough for the deal. So the girl told me to go get 8 more. So these are the 2 sets of beads that they had. And I got 20 of them. So I'm just going to put them back in the bag when I run across them. And then I also ended up getting this was 80% off, $34.99, and I ended up paying, like, when it was all said and done with the discount, I paid about $6 for a rotary cutter. And then these were like about 64 cents, and these are like seam bindings, and I got a bunch of these. I got what was left. I paid like 74 cents for a H hook, and I bought 2 of them. I paid, I think I got this at a different Joann's, but I think I paid like $1 something for, this is flannel, and this is 2 yards, and I got 2 of these. And at this Joann's, everything was 80% off, plus an additional 90% off your total purchase when you got to the register. So I ended up getting this at that store. The seam binding I got at my own store. And I did get some hooks at that store, but they were a size, they were a bigger size, but I don't remember what size they were. But they were, I'll use those for blanket making. My store had these. They only had this one size, and it was a H. And this is more of the seam bindings. So I'll go put this stuff away when I get off this video. And then another one of the, for paper towels, reusable paper towels. And then the store that I went to that had the, the 80% off plus 90% off your total purchase when you got to the register, they had some thread at the register, and it was just sitting there in a box, different colors, and I asked the girl, did the thread belong to anybody, and she said no, and if I wanted it I could buy it. So I bought this thread, and when I looked at my receipt, it came out to, I think this was 45 cents for this thread. And I got 1, 2, 3 green colors for 45 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors at, what is this? 5 colors at 45 cents. So I got 2 yellows, a taupe, and 2 tans. So I use these just for piecing. So they're not for anything fancy. And I didn't even buy this for anything fancy. But these were 65 cents when I got home. 65 cents for those. And then I ended up getting a bunch of zippers there. And let me see if I can find which one of these receipts had that one. Let's see. So I can see how much I paid for the zippers. I paid 75 cents for the crochet hook. Oh, the crochet hook that I got at the other store, they were a size N. And then I paid 55 cents for the thread and 65 for the other thread. I paid $1.35 for the black flannel, 2 yards of flannel. And then, oh, I'll show you this other thing that I ended up getting. And then I just ended up getting a lot of zippers. That's what I was going to look for, the zipper prices. The zippers were like $1. I think they were $1 something. Black solid flannel. Oh, no, that's a flannel. One of the zippers were $1.25, another one was $1.12, and another one was $1.30 because they were different lengths, different. One was like a sports, one was like a coil, and so she charged me that price, and she charged me for 10, and I bought 3 sets of 10 at the store. But all together, all 10 zippers cost me $1.12. All 10 of the other zippers cost $1.50. All 10 of the other zippers cost $1.25. So that means I got 20 zippers for $1.25, 20 for $1.12, and 20 for $1.50. And then the other thing I got there I was looking at this. It said it was $11.99, and this balsa wood, and I figured maybe I can cut it on the Glowforge, maybe make some earrings, maybe cut out some letters, you know, cut out something on the Glowforge for this. And so when I asked her what it was, one lady said, oh, it's probably like $1 something. And then so she scanned it, and then it came out $3 and something. And then the manager lady said, do you want more, you know? And I said, yeah, I think I'll get a couple of more. And then she said, do you want the whole box? I'll give you the whole box for $5. I said, sure, I'll take the whole box. So I got the whole box of these for $5. And when I got home and counted them, there were 198 of these boards in there. 198. So I'm hoping that they work on the Glowforge and they cut and they make something sturdy on the Glowforge. And so 198 of these, and these are 4 by 24, and they're balsa wood. So yeah, so I got those. So that was a super deal. And then the only other thing I got, I kept seeing this in there, but I think this was the Liquidator's product. But the only thing I really wanted in there was this little stand. And this cost me $3.75. And so in there it comes like with some panels, some brushes, a pen, some paint, the stand, and eraser and a pencil or whatever. But like I said, I only wanted this thing in here right there, and so I paid $3.75 for that. And this, I've been seeing these in there for a long time, but I never seen these in there before the Liquidator. Okay. And so let's see if I got anything else in here. So these are just a bag full of zippers. So I'm going to put these away. Let me see if I can find my other crochet hook in here. The big one that I got at, oh yeah, here's the big ones that I got at the other store. And I got 2 of these from the other store, and they're a size N. And then the only other thing I got was some fabric, and I got that from my store, and I did it twice. But before I show you the flannel, this is the only cotton that I got. And I got this whole boat of cowboy fabric. And it's cotton. It's 12 yards. And I got the whole boat for $23. And then plus an additional 30% off. So that's what I got this for. So this is 12 yards. Plus I had bought some, but they had no more 49er fabric. I was looking for some 49er fabric, but they didn't have any more. That was the only one that they had. And they had some Seattle Seahawk fabric, but I don't know any Seattle Seahawk fans, so I didn't get that. But that was such a great deal. I ended up getting a whole boat of that. So then I'll show you the flannel that I got. That's all that I got left. It's just some flannel. And well, first I'll show you this. This is some stitch and tear. And I got all of this for, I think it's like 20 yards for $11. And you use this for embroidery. And then I also got, this isn't as thick as the one that I put in my bags. But it's thick enough, and it's plus it could be used for my pouches. And this is a whole thing of interfacing, fusible interfacing, and it's I think, let's see how many yards it is. How many yards is this? This is 15 yards, and I think I paid $23 for this. And I usually pay $77 for the one I get at Walmart, and I paid $23 for this one. This is some fusible fleece by the yard. So I got that, and then I'll show you the flannel bolts that I got. And I'm not going to look on the receipt to see how much I paid for them, because what it was is the boats, if you bought the boat, you got the boat for 70% off. But if you took the whole boat, what was left on the boat, you got it at an additional 50% off. So that's what all of these were. So I didn't pay too much for any of these boats. So I got this one. And these are all flannel, and they're going to be made into reusable towels. That's my plan. If that doesn't work out, then I'll find something else to use them for. And then I have this one. Let's see. I'm going to take from this end so it doesn't go falling and over. I got this one. In this economy, we need to save as much money as we can. I got this one. And there's quite a bit left on this one. Most of it was gone. By the time I got there on Friday, because I had been sick, by the time I got there, mostly everything was wiped out. So I just took the few little things that wasn't wiped out. I got this one. I got this one. And most of them don't have too much left on it anyway. I got this one. I got this one. I got this one. It's not very much left on any of them. I got this one mainly for my sister and my cousin because they're Army people. I got this one, and there's very little left on here. But I got this one. I got this one. And let's see how much is left on there. And I got this one. There's hardly nothing left on this one. But I got this one. And just two more. I got this one. And this one has a decent amount left. Let's see. Can you see the eyes up there? Well, I think the cats go all kind of ways on this one. But, yeah, this one has a decent amount left. Not much, but a decent amount. And then this is the last one that I got. And this one has quite a bit left on it. That's quite a bit. Let's see if you can tell from this. No, let's see this way better. Yeah, this one has quite a few yards left. So that's all I got. I have no place to put any of this stuff. Except for the zippers. I do have a drawer that zippers go in. But, yeah, so I'm going to try to go and put away this stuff tonight before my hubby gets home in the morning. And that's all I have for you. And like I said, I just want to thank everybody for their prayers. I really, really appreciate it. And go ahead and thumbs up the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you stayed to the end, go ahead and leave me a pink heart. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends.